As affordable housing in our borough has led one Bronx organization to push for a change. News 12's Diana Perez explains what one Bronx housing advocacy group is proposing to keep housing costs down in the Bronx.
University Neighborhood Housing Program, or UNHP, says affordable private housing is hard to come by in our borough these days. Rents are high and apartments staring. It says couple that with investors buying buildings, it's no wonder some tenants spend half their paychecks on rent.
If your building gets sold, there's a good chance that the owner is either going to have to cut back in services because of the price that they paid for the building that's too expensive for what the rents are, or they're going to try as much as they can to raise the rents.
UNHP wants to eliminate threats to affordable housing. During the Shrinking Affordability meeting, the group called for more state oversight in regards to major construction projects leading to rent increases. Also to expand the measure where banks keep track of problem owners by monitoring buildings they hold mortgages for. Bronx tenants agree something needs to be done. They say landlords want to squeeze every penny out of their property.
All they think about their money and just making money, that's it. Whoever pays, whoever cannot pay, throw them out.
The group says 1387 Grand Concourse is a prime example of where rent hikes are on the way because of recent repairs and a new landlord. One resident says if rent prices and incomes were in line, these hikes would not have such a financial impact.
They put more money on the rent, but they never give you a raise.
One Bronx tenant says when his landlord raised the rent in his building, he couldn't afford it anymore, so he was left with two options. He could either move out or sublet. So he says he was forced to rent one of his bedrooms to a total stranger. Reporting from 1387 Grand Concourse, Diana Perez, News 12 The Bronx.
By the New York City Water Board. News 12's Jennifer Joy attended a hearing where Bronx residents expressed their concerns with the Department of Environmental Protection.
Water rates are going up, according to the New York Water Board, at a rate of 11.5%. The Water Board says it's because of an increased maintenance cost, decreased water consumption, and expanded federal and state mandates. Today, a public hearing was held so Bronx residents could testify. Councilman Jimmy Vaca stood before DEP saying he doesn't understand residents are conserving water to save money, and yet their bill is going up. He also explained the Water Board's rate increase affects all consumers the same. He argues there should be an adjusted rate for the elderly and those in poverty. A number of Bronx residents also testified. One man had a similar argument as Councilman Vaca, saying the median household income in the Bronx is significantly lower than the citywide figure, but all are affected the same. The Water Board says it is interested to hear what the community has to say, but the rate increase is necessary, and there really are no alternatives that could change the proposed 11.5% rate increase for this fiscal year. Reporting from Lehman College, Jennifer Joy, News 12, The Bronx.
The Water Board says the rate increase in the city has been consistently lower than the national average for large cities.
If the proposal is approved, the cost of water will continue to rise consecutively.
They're projecting another 11.5% next year, and then 11.4 after that, and 11.3 after that. The series of extreme rate hikes.
The Water Board estimates the 11.5% increase would bump up an average single-family homeowner's bill $72, totaling $699 a year, up from $627, which means at the end of the 4-year hike, the typical household in the Bronx would pay more than $900 annually in water and sewage charges. The Water Board insists it needs the money. Maintenance costs and federal and state mandates have increased, and water consumption has gone down. Councilman Jimmy Vaca says it's wrong that Bronx residents are conserving water to save on their bill, yet they can't dodge the expense because of the proposed increase.
We could be dying of dehydration, and our water bills would be going up.
Vaca and other Bronx residents argue rates should be adjusted so all residents are paying a proportionate percentage of their income. The University Neighborhood Housing Program says it's unlikely they'll be able to stop the rate increase for this coming year, but they're trying to work with city officials and come up with a better plan in the years to come. Reporting from Lehman College, Jennifer Joy, News 12, The Bronx.
The Water Board will vote on the proposal May 14th. If it passes, the new rate will be effective July 1st.